Hello and welcome again to another episode of our videos where we shall be addressing a topic that has a very crucial implication on our health and well-being. It is the topic aflatoxin. So we want to be looking at what aflatoxins are and the damages or the problem that they cause. So let's start, please. What is aflatoxin?
Okay, aflatoxins.
Yes.
They are the toxic substances.
Yes.
They are products of they are metabolites
Okay.
produced by fungi.
Yes.
That are present in grains. Yeah, those are aflatoxins. They are separately metabolites produced by fungi present in our grains.
Please, can you mention some of these grains?
Some of these grains, we have stored grains like the what's it called? Sorghum, the guinea corn, the corn, groundnuts, including rice,
Yes.
and then even pepper too. Sometimes pepper,
Okay.
yes, and spices.
Spices.
Yes.
So how do I know if it is present in my brain?
Okay, how you know if these toxins are present is that sometimes when you store your grains,
Yes.
like your rice, you store it in a damp place. You
Yes.
come around, you notice that the rice, some part of the rice have started turning grayish,
Yeah.
greenish,
Yes.
or brownish, or yellowish, and then as if it's releasing dust, kind of something.
Yes.
And then you perceive it has this moldy kind of smell,
Yeah.
as if maybe water entered, but water did not actually enter inside, but just like it was not properly stored. That's how you know that these things are actually present. What you're actually seeing is a fungi
Yeah.
that actually releases these particular toxins in the food product, in the stored grains or stored spices, stored rice or stored guinea corn or so. So once you see that fungi growing in the grain,
Yes.
it's an indication that these particular toxins may be present in it, because it is that fungi that releases that aflatoxin.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Yes.
So what are some of the problems associated with aflatoxins in our food?
Okay, aflatoxins.
Yes.
Aflatoxins could be very dangerous. Not could be. Aflatoxins are very dangerous for our health.
Wow.
Yes, they are very dangerous. Once aflatoxin is eaten in grains, once it is consumed, the liver. The liver is a primary organ that helps to detoxify.
Exactly.
It involves in detoxification of food, everything we eat.
Okay.
So once we eat this particular food, it goes into the liver, and then the liver tries to detoxify it, tries to detoxify the aflatoxin present in that particular food. So we have different types of aflatoxin. We have the aflatoxin G1, G2, aflatoxin B1, B2. We have the aflatoxin M1, M2. The aflatoxin B1 and B2 are the most dangerous aflatoxins.
Okay.
And then G1, 2, followed by G1. But the M1 and M2 is less toxic as the G1, as the B1 and B2. The M1 and the M2, they come from milk. When animals eat these particular grains, yes, they consume this grain.
Yes.
Some of these toxins enter into their milk. So when the animal is milked, and then if human being takes that milk, that aflatoxin affects the person. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So what aflatoxin will do, once it integrates, it enters into the liver. The liver tries to detoxify it. It releases there's an enzyme it releases. We have the cytochrome P450 enzyme that is released by the liver to try to detoxify, to try to break down this aflatoxin. But it's more like it's in the liver trying to break down this toxin, it converts it to a more dangerous substance again. Okay, in the liver, the liver is the primary organ for detoxification. So once we eat food that contains aflatoxin, the liver tries to break down aflatoxin. So once the food enters the liver releases an enzyme, cytochrome P450 enzyme, that tries to break down aflatoxin. But instead of breaking it down, it's more like a situation that has just gone beyond one's control. Yes. instead of breaking it down to a less toxic substance, it is broken down into a more toxic substance, which is what? The aflatoxin epoxide.
Wow.
Yes, this is more toxic than the aflatoxin itself.
Yes.
So this particular substance, this poisonous toxic substance, attacks the liver cells, the cells of the liver, number one. It attacks the DNA.
Okay.
Yes. And then it causes mutation. Yes. And then mutation, that is a sudden change in the gene, in gene responses. And so you just see some kind of traits you've never noticed in yourself. They just start changing. These aflatoxins, they attack the liver cells.
Yes.
They attack the DNA.
Yes.
And then they cause mutation in the DNA. And then we know when children take this thing, this mutation is very common, especially in children. You know, because their organs are still developing, they don't have strong system like that of adults.
Yes.
So once they consume this thing, their liver cells are attacked, and then it can lead to mutation in children, and then which will lead to stunted growth. And then you notice that your child is eating, but the child is actually not adding weight. You say, I've gotten this child on brown, this child takes pap, takes this, but you notice that the child is actually not growing. Like, the growth is not even measuring up to what you are giving to the child. And then once this thing attacks the liver cell, you know, in the liver, that's where nutrients are integrated into the body. Once it attacks the liver cells, the child's liver is not able to actually utilize these nutrients properly. And then you see that the child is eating nutrients that are not, child is not, growing according to what the child is eating.
No.
So this is as a result of what aflatoxins have attacked the liver cells. Yes, so that's it.
So now, we always hear that Nigeria and Africa is susceptible to aflatoxins. So why is it like that? Why is it Nigeria and Africa?
Okay, because of our weather condition here.
Okay.
We have a humid weather condition.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, and sometimes the place can be very, very hot too. Because this part of the world, Nigeria, we have a humid weather condition here.
Okay.
Yes, and then sometimes these grains are stored poorly.
Yes, it's true.
Yes, they are stored in exposed places. And these local farmers that will just farm their grains and just look for one room and dump the things there. Yes, without even caring about the ventilation of that room, to know if the place is free from pests and from insect infestation, because this insect actually introduce this fungi into the grains, and then from there the fungi release the toxin into the grains.
All right, so please, before we end this video, I would like us to talk about what consumers of this grain can do to prevent themselves from the impact.
Okay. As a consumer of grains in this part of the world, if you want to buy grains, look at it very closely. Be sure that the grain is properly dried, and then check out for this this fungi if it's present in it. This grayish, if it's greenish, grayish, yellowish, brownish substances, if you are seeing them growing in it, if you just see them, just know that that grain is not for you, it's not for consumption, not for animal consumption, never that you see for human consumption. So, and then for farmers, you need to store your grains properly. Make sure your grain is properly dried. Yes, if it's properly dried, you will not have a problem with this particular fungi. And make sure you store your grains away from insects, from pest infestation, and then from humid environments. Yes, so that these grains can actually stay longer and then remain fresh and not having any health impact once finally consumed. Yes.
Okay, for some of these grains that you have mentioned that it is not fit, especially the one that we know that it's already contaminated by this fungi, is it ideal for us to dispose it out there to animals for their consumption?
No.
Why?
This aflatoxin, it's a very, very stubborn toxic substance. It is highly toxic.
Yes.
Because even when consumed by human being, it can lead to cancer. Because after destroying the liver cells, the liver will not be able to function properly, and they are actually carcinogenic in nature. Yes. And it is not ideal to feed them to animals, because the same thing to do to human beings, to do the same thing to the animals. And sometimes there's an aflatoxin called aflatoxin M1 and aflatoxin M2.
Yes.
The M is for milk.
Oh.
Yes, it means once the animal consume any food product that has aflatoxin, this aflatoxin will still be present in their milk. So if any human being goes back to go and consume the milk, it will get the aflatoxin, which is aflatoxin M1 or aflatoxin M2 from the milk. So it is not ideal. Once you notice that this fungi have started growing in your grains, started growing in your food product, what you should do with that food product is to discard it. Yes, discard it, because it is not healthy for you, neither is it healthy for your animals. Don't say, oh, if it is getting spoiled, let me just feed it to my goats, let me feed it to my cattle. It is not healthy. And then some people say, you need to destroy it now, let's just cook it, let's boil it. Let me tell you, aflatoxin survives cooking, it survives frying, it survives every heat processes, it survives it. Even industrially, even if they treat it with so much heat,
yes,
some of this aflatoxin will still be, a trace of that aflatoxin will still be present in the food item. Yes. So the best thing to do with any food product, you notice that fungi have started growing in it, because fungi is actually the microorganism that actually release this aflatoxin into their food items. So once you notice fungi have started growing in your food items, the best thing is package it and discard it.
Thank you so much. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching to this very moment. And what is your opinion about this video? Please drop it in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not done so. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.